we're back with more Catalyst Blind Faith. So I'm going back to basically where we picked the route in the layer of the Master of Webs, Malamos. So in the first part, but 2 videos prior to this, I believe it was like part 3, I took the Merciful route, the last one. We took the Western passage, which may contain the ruins' greatest secrets. So in this one, we're going to take the Northwestern passage, listen closely, running water, things of that nature. And in one of these videos I do for this game, I am going to touch base on this path and take the non-merciful route and see how that differs. But basically with the, I think it's like an orc, not an ogre, orc, instead of sparing him, let a little doggo do his thing. So we're gonna take a northwestern passage. Listen closely, it sounds like running water. It's in that direction, so we'll take that way. You just broadly toward the northwestern passage with your torch. Please carry a path to that wing. The demon nods its colossal head. As you wish. Malon's motions are mesmerizing as he lifts the blood-red strings from the rock and stone, then drops them harmlessly to the floor. For long, a tunnel has been cleared toward the northwestern passage, with dense walls of webs still on either side. So I'll try to, touch base with every decision for this game as much as I possibly can. So hopefully I don't miss anything. Cautiously proceed, calling Ray to your side. He obeys, looking a little worse for the wear, but it's plain to see that Malos did not hurt him earlier. His demon has shockingly given you little reason to not trust him. At the edge of his lair, you linger, wanting to leave this place with more than what you entered with. I came here to cure the Catalyst, and want to find a way. The demon erupts into laughter. Very walls quake with the sound of it. You see hundreds of spiders skitter along their webs, frightened out of hiding. Just a moment for your heart to settle down as the laughter subsides. Cure? Well, surely you must be exhibiting that which the humans call humor. No, you start struggling to keep your anger in check. I'm not. Ray barks, seemingly trying to help you convince the demon of your sincerity. Oh, please, Richard, spare me your whimsy. You've already entertained me quite enough. I will be sated for another 1,000 years. Oh, ha ha. If you're to start off deeper to the ruins, it will be dangerous to try your patience any further. You try to think calming thoughts, but feel a headache mounting. Pain will become excruciating if you don't stop it. You try to focus on the smell of the moss and the cooler air in the passage that you've entered, but the residual sour taste in your mouth and the smoke trailing behind you is almost overwhelming. The path you traverse is level and picked clean of victims. Not a speck of gore or fleck of blood can be seen during their steady ascent, but the area is far from barren. Every inch of the wall, ceiling, and floor are still coated in webs from Malmo's children. You patiently work your way through each and every obstruction. The repetitive process is almost soothing. Before long, your headache begins to abate. You must be less than half an hour from the spider's demons' den before there is a break in the monotonous, sticky route. The cobwebs here are so old and decrepit, there's no doubt in your mind this location has been abandoned by Malos and his children. The gray, dusty masses cover an incredibly small cranny, jutting out from the side of the passage. Deep within the nook are the musings of a madman, written in blood on the walls. The text is smeared and too faded to be deciphered. Back, Ray. Stay. Enter the volume down a tad. The corpse is directly below the writing, wound up in the webs, stuck fast to the floor. He is deeply recessed into the crack in the wall, having died while sitting up. All of his clothing and the air around him is obscured by spider's silk. We can clearly see his hands, which are pinned to his side, have dissected, skated, an entirely familiar way. Poison. Okay. Let's see. Trying to. Yeah. Oof. Okay. Ray keeps his distance. Ears back, looking for the safest exit. Stay, Ray. Good boy. Cautiously take a step forward, shield high, just to get a better look at the man's face. The corpse skin is like leather, devoid of all muscle or fat, and sunken into what little is left of his features. Deepest of shadows conceal any resemblance to a human, save for in the most basic of ways. Upon his left hand is a stunning wedding ring, embedded with sapphires. Take a look around and lights up all the green in your eyes. It would seem that the rest of the man's possessions were discarded a short ways away from his body. The bag is covered in webs, but is fit to burst. Whatever sea is rare for your people, and the sight of the blue gems or any other valuables is rarer still. Even if you're looking at the wasted ramblings of a madman, you're certain that his was once devoted to dream. As for his craft, this could have been a storyteller, a minstrel, or any man of the arts. There is no telling when or where the rest of this passage will end, and your light is limited. Yet, resources will be incredibly hard to come by under the earth. No one could blame you for taking a look. Ray patiently stands by while you survey the rest of the area. There is a steep descent from this location, with no light coming from it whatsoever. It seems that the webs persist in that direction as well. I almost was telling the truth. You're certain that this route will lead you to even deeper in the ruins, but you linger for just a moment longer. The source of running water is still a mystery. You can hear it through the walls, and down the dark corridor just up ahead, even beneath the stone at your feet. But there is no water to be found. The lack of tools at your disposal makes the situation a precarious one. You cannot bury a man in stone with your bare hands, nor can you withstand the touch of poison. Not unless you invoke agriculture, goddess of death, poison, and the earth. Look, that Ray is giving you could kill. You grumble. I would not. Can I ask agriculture for protection from poison, just to loot? No matter how lucrative the opportunity. Okay, so we can either take every mundane precaution that you can, carefully inspect the items here without committing sacrilege. 2, you give this man the quiet respect he deserves, then get a move on. Or 3, parry the agriculture to move the earth so that you can give this lost soul a proper burial. So 3 options. Those are the 3 options. Honestly, still with me, I will pick option 2, and I'm going to take option 1, and we'll see how that works. I feel like doing that is a big no-no. I got a bad feeling about that, but we'll touch back with that in later video if these two don't. Yeah, I feel like this one I might actually like die possibly because of the poison, but if I do, we'll go with this one and we'll do this last, because obviously this is the safest route. Just require respect and then moving on. Alright. Stay, Ray. Stay. Your dog restfully shifts and taps his paw in place while you take out an old torch from your pack, tuck your hand into your sleeves, wrap a spare shirt around the lower half of your face. Your long limbs and the length of the torch permits you to nudge the bag of goods from several feet away. Doing so does not trigger a single trap or alarm. Judging by the way that the bag's contents rustle and clink, it will seem that there are not only coins to be found. Some sort of parchment is here as well. There is no helping yourself. You take a step closer, then use the end of the unlit torch to pry open the top of the bag. Mercy. Just from peering into the top of the bag, you easily make out a massive length of rope, around 15 loose coins, all of an exotic and ancient make, several sheets of loose parchment, a steel flagon that's full of some sort of liquid, and a water-stained journal. You dart your eyes back to Ray, who's incredibly antsy. It's a little longer, boy. It's alright. No one could judge you for looking back at the corpse. Men's bartering would be a fine tool for bartering, though you can't imagine anyone down here who would be willing or able to trade with any of this, save for demons. Only your gods and your daughter are watching. You could take your time here, if you so choose. Rope, pocket the rare coins, and the parchment, and the parchment to your things. Liquid can be safely tested later. Take it for now. Read the man's journal. Implore mercy for forgiveness and take the weathering. I feel like we should take one that's most useful. For this, honestly, I don't really see the choices differing depending on what I pick with this. Maybe if I pick like the wedding ring and this, honestly, but I don't see the parchment. Maybe the journal, but I don't see this where it's really changing the route drastically. So we'll take the rope. Less than 40 feet of rope shoved into the dead man's bag. Constitutes almost all of the container's contents. You have to move everything else out to get the full length of rope into the open, but it's well worth it. The strength you command and doesn't make this rope matter for much, but it seems sturdy and is made of strange, smooth tan-colored material that you've never seen or felt before. You are not experienced enough with magic to tell if there is any enchantment on the item, but it seems to be devoid of sorcery or curses, and that's good enough for you. Just to be safe, you put the rope back inside of the bag, wrap the bag in the spare shirt, then shove the whole thing in your own satchel. Weight is a nuisance, and your bony shoulders feel like they're sagging once your bag is in place. There's no telling how useful this discovery might be. Oh, I'll take more? Okay, I thought I was only take one. I guess we'll read the journal. Ray's winding slows down as you untie the blue string that's holding the dead man's journal shut. You know that stating your curiosity is the best way to calm you down, but you still murmur a few words of reassurance. It won't take long, boy. Ready to call on God at the second notice to protect yourself? You hold your breath and open the first page. Dust poofs into the air. Ray sneezes on your behalf. Bless you, you say, finding intensely at the first page. This is almost illegible. Various liquids of a questionable nature have soaked most of the pages through. Those that are not crunchy from dry blood or stiff from being submerged in water. Nearly all of the writing has been smudged beyond comprehension. Squint and flip through the pages carefully as you can, struggling to make out even a few words. Damon's flowery script is that of a poet, though he doesn't seem to have excelled in his profession. Ever have I mistaken these screams for a lark? Oh, how cunning and vicious these mouths in the dark. Those sketches of demons in cages, surrounded by lips and teeth, spurs you to keep turning the page. By the chill of the grave, destiny chosen, something here about paint? It's too hard to say. Sands have been stilled, fair memories frozen. The page is still decrepit. You're certain that it was once covered in ice. Yours through watermarks block out all the last few words. The impatient believe in naught but restraint. Striving to be patient, you flip through several more ruined pages. You stop at the back of the journal. Large blood red writing has been pressed so firmly into each page. It's dented to the parchment, and it can easily be read even on the opposite side. It's just one word. Put to 3 of the last pages. Bugs. Okay. Glance at the cobwebs coating the dead poet. The way that his hands have decayed beyond any use. An expression of a peace that is on his rotten features. The last few pages are soiled with lime green, foul-smelling substance. You don't dare touch them, even with your hands covered, and leave the journal open on the floor of the ruins. Just few more erratic sentences are exposed to the open air. You honor the writer and read his last words out loud. Service draws near. I'd like to go home. We'll take the flag on. You're brave, not stupid. You see a flag on a liquid and the man's stains could be anything, but you won't do so much as sniff it until it can be safely tested. With respect to the goddess of X's, you put his flag on one of your things and indulge in a few gluttonous fantasies about what could possibly be inside. aged whiskey, rare oils, wine the likes of which the world has never seen before. Your hands fidget and find their way to your holy symbol. Respect to the goddess of restraint, you leave the container sealed for now. Parchment. No matter how ancient this parchment may be, you are a scholar and simply can't help yourself around such a luxury. Which set aside as you hazard running your covered hands on the parchment textured surface. Pages having that lovely old book smell to them, they not only hold up to being lightly handled, you lovingly roll every one of them up and place them inside of the tube you were saving for maps. Adventures in calligraphy, and photography. Here we go. That's sure to thank you. Okay, and then the rare coins. Useful even if you don't have opportunity to barter with them at the face value. The metal that they're composed of is in strange shades of green and white. They look exotic, they're lighter than they appear, and are sure to be worth taking. Since the coins are loose, locate a spare pouch in your things and carefully place them on the side. Once the pouch is tied firmly shut, you place it in your satchel. You want to try the wedding ring too. You're gonna be greedy. The jewelry you have ever possessed is a golden holy symbol you wear about your neck. Just want to free your fingers from your sleeve. We do so just for the sake of holding the pair of open hands in your own. Goddess is cold to the touch. Mercy, forgive me. You put your back to Ray, as quickly as you can, and wrench the wedding ring off from the dead man's finger. And just may you see that this action is justified. The corpse is so desiccated that the digits crumble into dust, leaving a pile of ashes in the palm of your covered hand. And it's even more beautiful than it first appeared. Despite the conditions it's been rotting in, the band of metal and deeply embedded gems are brilliant as if they had just been recently shined. Brush the rest off from your palm. It's a matter of moments. Securing a valuable piece of jewelry deeply in your things is accomplished with even more speed and efficiency. Come on, boy. You had a glance at Ray, who seemed worried about you. Give me that look. This is fine. Alright. You know you're safe to the shore, and there will surely be greater opportunities for you in the unexplored depths of the ruins. Well, we took everything. So, see how that changes the story or not. Ray followed you closely as you head down the passage toward the deep descent just up ahead. Bringing your torchlight to the edge of the passage comes with a sigh of relief. The decline isn't anywhere near as bad, just a little further down the way. Looks like a winding tunnel has been dug out by Malmo's children or by the master of webs himself. The square isn't lined with silk, but the stone you've been encompassed by for hours finally abates, branching out into a dirt tunnel. The structural integrity seems sound. You look through your things and silently curse how quickly you've already burned through your light sources. Doubling back is far from wise. The path ahead already seems safer than any you've traversed thus far. Thus far. The tunnel is so short that you have to crouch slightly to fit, but it's broad enough for you and your boy to walk side by side. Ray nudges your legs gently from time to time as you descend, the soft leather of your shoes pressing into the dirt. The sound of rushing water draws closer. Alright. You must walk for no more than another 15 minutes before the floor underfoot becomes treacherously steep. Say, boy, lean over the end of the tunnel, putting one hand to the damp ceiling. Keep yourself from crashing into the waterway below. Grates made of rusted iron and countless chains adorn the walls, while torn the filthy runoff courses along the floor. Taking a deep breath and looking around to ensure that no one is going to get the jump on you or Ray, you confirm that the coast is clear. Come on, Ray. I'll go first. True, you keep your torch held well above your head. There seems to be no need for the light source. You jump down to the waterway, only find that the entire area is lit as if it were under the light of day. Sorcery. The burns that you incurred near the peak of the ruins are still ripe for irritation and infection. You wince, gritting your teeth as your socks and shoes are soaked through. Ray leaps down, creating a monstrous wave when he lands. All 200 pounds of the mighty mastiff gets soaked from head to toe in crusty foam and God knows what else. You spit out a mouthful of runoff, wipe more of the filthy water off from your now drenched face, frowning at your dog. We thought we needed a bath. Heavy footsteps sound off in the distance, hundreds of them. Look frantically around, or your walls shake from the force of whatever it is that's heading your way, but you can't see what's coming just yet. Probably the centipede. The right way is labyrinth. We'll just say labyrinth because, yeah. It seems that passages stretch out in either direction endlessly. There is no telling where you're headed. Every route in view appears to be level, and you cannot see around any corners. But you could try and make a break for it from whatever it is that's coming. You better think quickly, whatever it is coming up fast. Well, every decision I made has been something against what I would normally do. But we will invoke the God of Flesh for strength and hold our ground and fight. Which did work out for us in the, I believe it was the last video where we fought the orc centipede, so yeah. No better than try to run the enemy on your own turf. More importantly, you're itching for a fight. Clasping hands together, staring with bloody intent at the passageway dead ahead. Change is my peace shall be broken. Flesh of my flesh, forgive my weakness. Flesh of my flesh, your strength is made perfect in my weakness. The embers of your devotion stirs, searing heat courses through your thin frame. The injuries around your feet and ankles rapidly begin to mend. Smile creeps across your face. Ray snarls viciously, turbulent suit fall from the tunnel you drop in from, muddying the water to take your feet further. It matters not. Your vision turns red, or runs red, with surge of strength, deeper voice, and muscles that build by the second. You cry out through the crimson gifts of your God. Alright, flesh of my flesh, grant me your strength. Chunks of mushy and decaying tissue from unknown beast close to the water, piercing up against your frame. You don't care. You feel brutally strong. As if your scarcely used muscles could burst out of your skin at any moment. They're visibly larger, and they flex, admiring your God's additions to your figure. Flesh is your strength. Rattling down the corridor comes another answer to your prayers. A chance of violence, for violence. An orc with pale green skin, thin streaks of dry blood across his face and chest. The British creature is something you've heard of, but never witnessed before. Works with enemies to last humanity, part of your race's near extinction, and thanks to the generational conflict that has been fought between the people of Sano and Corsair. This one looks like a war chief. And yeah, we already know about him and what he has, weaponry wise. You're restricted to rumors, he is successfully tamed a lesser demon, and holds low authority within the demonic hierarchy, may still possess incredible individual power, and is riding atop its insect-like head. Honestly, we've been through this fight sequence before, so I could honestly skip it and get to the other decisions. Because in this one, I'm not going to take the merciful route, but let's see if it's exactly like word for word the whole way through. Just a little bit. So I think it's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same. So we'll go through it for the other choices. And honestly, when it comes to the fight sequence, I'll just try and pick the other options that I didn't pick, so. So I know, when we did this before, we took on the rider. This time we're gonna check the demon's head and see how that works out. Once you cut out the beast in otherworldly pitch, when you make a break for it, cause your target to go into a frenzy. Over 100 legs form a lethal barriers in the floor of the waterway, drumming up waves of foam with so much intensity. Bits of stone are kicked up into the fray. You just barely hold your ground. If the war chief and his ally can move as one. Second, you stop in place. The orc howls and the demon charges straight at you. Express a cry and throw yourself to the side. Barely dodging the demon's charge. That's all you can do to keep up your momentum. Roll through the disgusting sludge at the bottom of the waterway and get back to your feet. Staggering and forced to back up as the demon's countless feet try to crush you alive. Out from the corner of your eye, you just barely recognize the other end of the demon and practically inert. You know that the intelligent demons can attempt to lull their prey in with a sense of false security. This role is going to be unpredictable no matter what. If you're trying to dodge demons' feet from your position is taxing the limits of a god. However, you can't take on the end of the beast with the current state of your vessel. You really want to try the other end of this demon blindly. Well, we're supposed to aim for a demon regardless. So we'll aim for him because in the prior video we aimed for Orif. Oh yeah. When the object core, you realize that you have lost track of Ray during the fight. You call out, "Back boy." Dog is loyal but far from stupid. A blessed bark sounds off from the far down the waterway. You bounce further away from your demon's feet, which you sprint away from as fast as you can, as well as fast as your long legs can carry you. Waterway is a crimson blur as you put as much distance between you and the demon's head as you are able. You almost come to a stop as a horrific sight fills all your view. Your horse is skid, nearly colliding with the tail end of the demon. The resemblance of the demon's tail ends bears to a human that is all but artificial. Even without standing on two legs, her proportions are monstrous. There are no pupils or whites in the pits of her insect-like eyes. She leers down at you from a great height. Then returns as the insects crawling beneath the surface of her skin. Hair atop her head is more akin to a shedded carapace than individual strands. Her teeth mirror the claws and fangs upon her more insect-like path, and she bears them all at you and moves to charge. Your head settles into the pit of your stomach, but you are with the god of achievement and will not back down so easily. Columns of red smoke rise from your weakened flesh, then intoxicating miasma that you can scarcely see through. With your fists cracking every knuckle in your sacred and battered hands, you sling your shield over your back and hold your ground to the last possible second, waiting out another attack. All that matters is the screams of your enemy, a demon whose beady red eyes are fixed solely on you. The monster rears its ugly head, disregarding the weaker target to focus solely on you. You break to a dead sprint, headed towards the demon's humanoid ends, letting loose a cry as you leap into its next blow. Or your screams in something coherently can make out over the sound of your own cry as you wind back your arm and throw all your momentum into striking the demon dead between the eyes. The demon's fleshy exterior is anything but. Not a woman's skin that you hit, but devastating hard, jet black carapace nearly shatters beneath your knuckles. Time stops as your fists impact an impossibly hard surface, shattering every fine bone in your dominant hand. Stare at the face of an unrecognizable monster. Protective clothing that your mortal coil could not hope to dent, even her eyes are shielded. The imperative is up along your entire arm, searing through your building muscle, with fear burning from within. Thorough flame licks along your wiry limbs, while you do everything in your power to ignore the searing pain. You retract your blow. Before gravity takes hold, or you can do so much as land, even razor-sharp jaw slam down over your entire left arm. Blood arcs through the air, smearing across your face, soaking your shredded robes, and falling into the rushing water below. Your already heated vision swims further, threatening to rip the world out from under you. Okay, so I guess this route was a bad idea, which I figured. Eternal prayer leaves you with hope for only one thing and one thing alone: mercy. Within the 20 feet above the waterway, nothing but your broken arm, you can't see much beyond your killer's leering face. Fight again, the sound straight through your heart. Poison courses through the entire of your body. Blood bursts fully as he's able to mend your blistering skin. The blood gurgling up from over your lips and the fire in your lungs. But there is only so much that your patron can do. Poison is the domain of the goddess of agriculture, and she cannot reach you now. Sound organs triumph, smug laughter, the last thing you hear, but your pulse has faded. All you can see and hear is poison. Poison in your eyes and in your blood. Poison is in your soul. Less relief takes you. The world goes dark, and Ray is left to, yeah. Gods are merciful. Journeys I need to end here. Continue your journey will allow you to pick from last wishes you made prior to death. Okay, so we'll go to the main menu. So, Careless Blind Fate. That is, well, this is part 5 of the entire series so far. As y'all saw, taking on the tail end of the centipede demon is a bad idea, like I figured. So don't do that if you want to continue the story. Yeah. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so far. So let's see, check the gallery again, see if anything has changed. So I think anything really changed. We got ending 8, 7, 6, 7. I guess you only got one ending, so that technically wasn't an ending. It was just I failed pretty much. But yeah. So in the next one, we're gonna try to get try to get another ending. But yeah, it didn't work out so well doing that. So that was part 5 of Catalyst Blind Fate. We're gonna do another part of this. I'm gonna try to go down the same, I guess, route, but I guess that passageway doesn't really change anything. But because we're still gonna fight them regardless. But you know, we'll see. So I might do the last passage in the next video. Might not. Again, we'll see. But hopefully you enjoyed this video so far. Of course you did. Do not hesitate to like, share, comment, subscribe. All that fun stuff. And yeah, if you like this game and you want to play it for yourself and get all the endings, of course you can do that. Link for this game and everything else will be in the description below for you to do that. I've only got ending 8 so far, which is the merciful route. So we spared him. So I guess go through the whole fight sequence, skip through that, go through it again, and see basically how that's going to affect like which ending we're going to get, and then go from there. But the goal is to get all 8 endings. That's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, hopefully y'all stick with me for this journey and trying to get all 8 endings for this game. And yeah, so gonna end it here. So hopefully you had a good day, good yesterday, and better tomorrow, and I will catch y'all in the next video.